David COSTA has been sleeping on the streets of London for more than a year. It's a bleak existence.
It's not easy, it's really hard. You got to deal with the cold, you got to deal with people, you know, that aren't nice sometimes, you know.
He lost his job as a carpenter and couldn't afford to pay for housing. He's now worried about his mental health.
I just want accommodation, a roof over my head, and maybe get you know, see a doctor to get my head back together and go back to work, you know.
In one of the wealthiest countries in the world, more and more people are now living on the streets. Many are struggling with addiction, mental or physical illness. Others are escaping violence and abuse. But an increasing number are here simply because they can't afford to live anywhere. The situation's made worse by a critical shortage of affordable housing and cuts to social welfare benefits. According to the government's latest figures, there are more than 4,500 people sleeping rough on England's streets. But the scourge of homelessness doesn't end here. Hidden away in bedsits and temporary emergency accommodation are thousands more homeless people of all ages.
The entire homeless population of Great Britain is around about 250,000 people. Rough sleeping is the most visible and I have to say the most outrageous form of homelessness in terms of it being absolutely unacceptable. The average age of death is just 47 years old. You're 17 times more likely to be attacked on the street than anybody else.
The government says it's committed to halving rough sleeping in 4 years and eliminating it altogether in a decade. But this is not an isolated story. Homelessness is on the rise in every European country except Finland. In the Greek capital Athens, as many as 1 in 70 residents are homeless. And in Paris, the number of people sleeping rough has reached critical levels. In Finland, when a person becomes homeless, they're given stable accommodation first, rather than slowly progressing through levels of temporary housing. The British government's planning to trial a similar scheme in the UK, but those forced to sleep rough need real change now. Neave, Al Jazeera, London.